Tēnā koe, ko Rochelle Martin, tōku ingoa. It is my pleasure to be teaching REHB704 Neurological Rehabilitation in Semester 1, 2022. And I just wanted to tell you a little bit about it, give you some idea of how we structure the course, and also share a little bit about what other people have said about the course based on the last cohort of students. So the course is set up really around themes within rehabilitation, neurorehabilitation. Within those themes, we explore different health conditions, but rather than just sort of teaching you about the different conditions and how to treat them, I've kind of framed the paper around different aspects of neurorehabilitation. So the first one being around neuroplasticity, so that thinking about the way that we deliver services, how does that encourage or not people to be able to practice as much as they need to sort of get some neuroplastic change or motor learning in response to opportunities for practice. And then we for instance, will go on and think about equitable access and experience and outcomes within neurorehabilitation, thinking about and talking about how do you do goal setting and rehabilitation planning when people have communication or cognitive impairments, and things that you might need to consider in that regard, right through to living well across time. So what are the skills that we can support people to develop to enable them to feel in control of their health condition and be able to make choices about the sort of life that they want to live over time. So there's a whole range that we cover. Like I say, we cover different health conditions within it. And so hopefully across those, you'll get to have your mind stretched and start to think a little bit more broadly around neurorehabilitation. Just to say that this is the assignments are really set up to be closely related to your own clinical practice if you are working clinically. So you can pick assignments that directly relate to your area of work and that you can then take and use to inform your own practice clinically. If you're not working clinically and you're just developing skills in neurorehabilitation, then the assignments are also flexible enough to allow that to happen. And that's something that will be no problem. We can make that work for you. Sometimes it's just a case of me meeting with the person to come up with something that's going to work best for them. The other thing I was going to say is that a number of people are already getting in contact to ask me about flexibility for semester 1. And I just want to reassure you that I'm really happy to talk with people about what their needs are. I understand people have got life events that they're trying to catch up with after the last couple of years of lockdown. We've also got some travel that people are needing to fit in, etc. So don't hesitate to be in contact so I can be responsive to your learning needs, but also find ways to make the assignment timings work so that you're still able to participate in the course. A lot of the content is online and you deal with it asynchronously, so you access it when you need to. There are video conferences which will happen on a Tuesday evening, but for any evenings that you can't come, they will be recorded, so that you can access them afterwards. We do encourage people to come to the video conferences though, because they're less about content and more about discussing together and sharing ideas and reflecting and learning together as a group rather than just listening to me talk the whole time. I thought I would read out some of the comments or overview some of the comments that students talked about after the last course. So they talked about that the learnings were transferable in some way to their clinical role, encouraged me to look more in depth at my service and how we practice. That it provided a good foundation of ideas to build on, started me on a journey into further study and researching evidence. This paper encouraged independent rather than rote learning, and it inspired me to take action to improve things. I found the paper's been so helpful in getting me up to speed with the neuro rehab world across many professions. And this was despite their expectations, so that was always nice. And other people talked about appreciating being able to sort of explore their own personal interests within neurorehabilitation, and also hearing different perspectives. So the interdisciplinary aspect was something that people really appreciated. And finally, encourage them to think more critically about their work. So if this sounds like the sort of paper that might be of interest to you, don't hesitate to get in contact. Really happy to meet and chat with anyone, and we'll look forward to seeing you in semester 1, 2022.